Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Sochuko. For all of you who are just tuning in, I make a bunch of different videos. I'm just a guy who likes to try different stuff, and today I want to share a project that I'm really excited about. So, if you guys have followed some of my work in the past, you know that I do some writing. So, more recently, I've really put my foot down on trying to get out my next novel. If you guys haven't checked out any of my stuff, I'll put a link to some of my writing that I've done. But I'm working on a new project, a new novel that I'm super excited about. So this project is actually maybe 3 years old now. That's when the inception of the first idea came out. The novel was simply just based on the concept of a lake, a river. Fun fact, I almost drowned when I was a kid at the village that my grandparents lived in. And I always felt like uh, there was something kind of mystical about the village, and I wanted to kind of capture that and kind of capture life growing up in Nigeria. So this is a story that I kind of felt like, will be interesting to do. So I just pretty much 3 years ago, I just pretty much did the basic idea, the theme of kind of what I wanted the story to be about, which, like I mentioned, was about some river and some element of, magic, mystic, mystery to it. Um, so it's pretty exciting. I put it up for a really long time, but more recently, I've really put my foot down, and we've been working on that book for quite some time now. I've put in a good amount of hours. More recently, the last 2 weeks have really been good. And I just want to share with you guys my process, kind of what I've been going through. I know some of you guys might be interested in doing some writing as well. So I just want to put this out there, see if that can help out with anyone. And if you haven't thought about writing, give it a try. Storytelling is such an amazing skill to have. It's a good way to articulate your thoughts and just, create something. It's pretty exciting when you're able to pull something out of thin air and just make this compelling story. However, people may review it or receive it, you created it. That's dope. So you do it. No matter how small it is, just go ahead and try it. So let's get right to what I've been doing. So this last 2 weeks, I've just been doing a bunch of brain dumping. A lot, I would say probably 90% brain dumping, and maybe 10% kind of plot line creation, character development. I'm not really focusing on that element right now. My workflow right now is pretty much going in all different directions. I know a lot of people have different tips. You start with your plot line, whatever the case may be, but that's not how I work. And I want to encourage you, however you feel like you work best, just go ahead and do that. For me personally, I kind of think it's best when you just go based on the flow. How do you feel that day? For example, today I did a lot of dumping, and I wrote a lot of my epilogue. I wrote the epilogue. I wrote the prologue, which was not originally part of the plan, but I added those two elements in there because I felt like it added more. Tied the story a little bit cleaner and made it a lot nicer. There were some loose ends that I had, and putting the prologue and then the epilogue there, I think ties it in. So that's something that just came to me today, and I just put that on there. I've been working since I woke up around like 6 o'clock maybe. So I've put about 12 hours of writing on and off. I took a nap in the middle of the day, but I wrote the prologue, epilogue, um, tweaking it, and then also I'm writing the ending part, like the final chapter and kind of the climax. I did part of the climax and then more towards the conclusion part, towards the end. So I worked on that part. I'm working on some of the conversations that are being had there. But in general, the theme of what's going to happen towards the end and how the book will start, it's there. The theme is, it looks pretty clear. I don't think I'm going to change much more of it. And a lot of the writing that I'm doing right now is really helping me to just overall see where I want this book to go to. So I will be working more on that because I'm on a roll right now. I feel good. The stuff that I'm writing is just coming out, so I take it as it comes. Okay, It comes some days it doesn't. On those days where it doesn't come, I'll be working more on the character development, more of the plot line, some of those more rigid structures to structure the story a little bit better. And days where the creative juice is flowing, I'm working more on the content and working more on, let's say, humor or something else that really makes that will make the book more captivating. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. I hope this helps. So quick check in because I want to be doing a few of these videos as I go along making this book. So follow along my timeline. I would like to have this done sometime by maybe November. If it's done November, that'll be great. So you guys will be able to check that out. Yeah. So November is the timeline. I'll keep updating you guys as I go different parts of it. I'll kind of show you some of the apps that I'm using and how my workflow is. Maybe that might help you guys in creating your own novel. But yeah, that's it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Like I said, if you have a story that's just been sticking in your head, something like that, just get it out there. Just go ahead and do it. You won't regret it. No matter how it seems, how dumb it seems, doesn't matter. Write it, and you know what? Send it to me. I'll read it. I'll read it for you, okay? I'll be the only one who reads it. If anything, you have my read for sure, okay? So go out there and do it, okay? All right, that's it. I'm done. Bye.